Well, here we are again. Just a few weeks ago, I did a video covering all of Season 2, and now the third and final season is upon us of The Summer I Turned My Head and Barfed. Now, the show's actually pretty alright, okay, for the most part. I mean, it's the cheesiest thing you'll ever see, but still. So now that Season 3 is here and coming out weekly, looks like we got a lot of road ahead of us. But hey, let's check it out. Come along, kids, let's take a walk. So the end of Season 2 was Belly realizing that she can never love Conrad anymore, and they're just not gonna work out no matter what. So she ends up with Jeremiah and goes off to college with him so they can spend every second together.
My mom always said she found her soulmate in college, but I was lucky because I had already found mine. The truest of all was that I just wanted to be near him. I wanted him for all seasons.
So now, normally you'd think Belly and Taylor would be rooming together, right? But they decide to room separately so they can each find their own friends and live their own lives. Which sounds like a really good idea since Taylor is, you know, Taylor. And of course, Belly's mom has some of that motherly advice for Belly that she will not take to heart and not listen to.
Oh my God, is this from freshman year? College is where Beck and I found each other. But it's also where we found ourselves. That's what I want for you. Let yourself have this experience. Give yourself the chance to discover all the possible versions of you.
Okay guys, today I'm a dinosaur. And so Belly starts her college life of finding all the best places to throw up. And before you know it, 3 years pass and Belly's about to finish her junior year.
Now here we are, 3 years later. We've known each other our whole lives, and in some ways it still feels like a big surprise. My boyfriend, my Jeremiah. More and more I understand. This is the way it's supposed to be.
Okay, hold on a gosh darn second here. You've been in college for 3 years, no septum piercing, half your head's not shaved. Jeremiah's not trying out a stupid mustache that doesn't even look good on him. Belly doesn't even have some stick and poke tattoo she gave herself that says something dumb like, defy normal. Yeah, okay, I'm calling shenanigans right now.
This is the way it's supposed to be. He's the one. My one.
Plus, I gotta go get my cap and gown, so.
Okay, then hurry. You're not making me late to class again.
From what I recall, you were the one who texted me to come over and take care of business.
Oh, they're talking about So at some point in time, Belly's off studying with her friends, and she gets some very interesting news in her little Hotmail inbox.
Oh my God.
What?
What?
I got off the wait list for study abroad.
Shut up, for real?
Yeah, it says someone dropped out, so I guess.
Oh my God. Belly, fall semester in Paris?
Oh, Belly, it's gonna be amazing! Now you too can experience the most pungent urine smell of all time while witnessing the worst driving any human has ever done. It's gonna change your life. Every day you're gonna head down to your local bakery and it's gonna be like, bonjour. Hello, can I have one croissant, please? And it all works out because Jeremiah's graduating and he's gonna intern at some job or something probably, and so Belly can go to Paris. Wham, bam, bibbidi bow, dreams are coming true.
Dear, you're never gonna believe it, but
Hey, what's wrong? Are you sick?
It turns out that I needed to take some extra core classes when I switched my major. I'm just a
Shrek?
idiot and I'm not graduating.
Of course you're not, Jeremiah. Yeah, so Jeremiah is now being kind of a real stick in the mud because he has to take another semester of college to graduate. And so Belly doesn't really know how to tell him that she's not going to be there next year. You know, it's kind of hard when it's like, my mom's in the hospital, I failed all my classes, and I just learned that eventually I'll have to actually work for my abs and I won't just have them for no reason because, like, I'm not going to be 21 forever? Like, what? Well, good thing I did not just win a bunch of money playing scratch-offs. You know what I mean? That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Now, something else this season is once again, Jeremiah and Conrad are kind of estranged and have barely been talking at all the last little while. Even though, like, the entire point of season 2 is how they're not gonna be like that again. Wow, sure glad we all spent 8 episodes doing that for no reason.
Hey man, sorry I forgot to call you back.
What's going on?
My major changed up the requirements. I'm stuck here for another semester.
Lots of people take an extra semester to graduate.
Not people like you, Connie. I miss you. I feel like Thanksgiving was a million years ago.
Anyway, so being the end of the school year, it's finals week, which means that there's all kinds of distractions going on to stop the kids from studying for their finals, which has never made sense to me, but sure, whatever.
Come on, cheer up. You've been looking forward to this all week.
I feel like everyone's staring at me. Like, I feel like the loser who's not graduating on time.
I mean, look, the sun is shining and the slip and slide is slippery. It's all your favorite things and our boobs and abs.
Okay, Belly, hold on. Sorry, my life isn't all about laboo-boos and experiencing other people's lives on Instagram. And so finally, Belly has to tell Jeremiah about the whole Paris thing, because, you know, it's kind of a big deal. Just a wee little once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing, you know what I'm saying?
I just found out that I got off the wait list
What? When?
yesterday.
You've wanted this so bad. We should celebrate.
Yeah, but I mean, what if I said I'd rather maybe stay here with you?
Well, I'd say you're an idiot.
then I'd say you're an idiot.
Hey, that's what I just said. Anyway, so at this house party that they're currently sitting outside of, there's this girl here named Lacey. Lacey also went to the same Paris study abroad thing last year. And so Belly's like, wow, tell me all about it. But Jeremiah's being kind of sort of a little bit weird about her. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you all know where this is going. But all the same, later on, Belly's in the bathroom fixing up her lip stuff after fighting for her life, I assume. And you'll never guess what she overhears.
He does look really hot tonight, right? Jeremiah always looks hot. I'm so jealous you got to hook up with him. Well, what happens in Cabo stays in Cabo.
Belly, wait. Belly, please. Let me explain to you, please.
Explain.
Right when we were broken up.
You knew that we weren't really broken up, that wasn't real.
How was I supposed to know that it was? And it was a mistake.
A mistake?
Yes.
Like what? Like you tripped and you fell on top of her naked?
I mean, okay, come on, Belly. Who among us? Could have happened to anybody, really. They then proceed to do their best reinterpretation of every third scene from After, and After 2, and After 3. Belly's just there on the curb crying outside of a house party, really channeling her inner white girl, you know what I mean? So the story goes that at some point earlier in time, Jeremiah and Belly had a big old fight and broke up.
Important flight update for Cabo? When are you going to Cabo?
Okay, sorry. Can you just stop writing me? Because you hate anything having to do with frats.
When did I ever say that?
You don't have to. I can feel you judging us.
You're being ridiculous right now.
You think everything I do is ridiculous, and I'm sick of it. So let's just end it.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
Okay, fine. If that's how you feel.
It is.
Great. Okay, awesome. Bye.
Bye.
Uh-oh, she's doing the stance. You can always tell a girl's level of rage by how far they pop their hip out. So after said breakup, Jeremiah went with his frat to Cabo for spring break, and he didn't text or call Belly the whole time. Now, turns out he did the devil's tango with Lacey, and would you believe Belly is not thrilled about this?
No, it's not. I had a
Shrek?
week, and I took it out on you. I'm just sorry.
We had a fight. It's not the end of the world.
What does this mean? Does this mean you want to get back together?
We never stopped being together.
I mean, he was like, let's be done, and you were like, okay, fine, bye, and like, that kind of sounds like a breakup. I mean, it's not like he needs your explicit permission to break up with you, you know what I mean? Hey, I don't want to date you anymore. Oh yeah, well, you need a doctor's note and 2 forms of ID, otherwise you're stuck with me. But that being said, Belly is certainly going through it, TM.
You just have to make it to the library, one thing at a time. I also have to call and quit my summer job because obviously I'm not going to be in Cousins because Jeremiah. And then I have to figure out how to tell my mom that I can't bring myself to go to Susanna's memorial because, again, Jeremiah. Okay, one thing at a time's not going to work for you.
Yeah, no, apparently not. But you see, Belly's whole life was Jeremiah, you know? If only someone had warned her about this exact thing.
Do you think I'm being too hard on him?
Look, if he really thought you were broken up, technically it's not cheating, but to keep it a secret, that tells me he knew what he did was wrong and he chose to keep it from you.
Or maybe since they broke up, it's not really any of her business and it would just make her upset anyway and he wanted to avoid unnecessary drama. No, this does not apply to my own personal life. Why would you say that?
What Annika didn't know was that I had a secret too.
Oh? So Belly's secret is that over the last winter break, she went to the cousin's house alone because everyone else was busy doing stuff and living their lives. Look at me, I have friends and hobbies. And she was just holed up there watching Home Alone, as you do.
Why be home alone when I could be at my favorite place in the world? So I borrowed Steven's car and went to Cousins.
Oh my God. Okay, what would Kevin do?
That's, you know, what would Kevin do?
Steven, open up, it's me.
Belly.
Well, if it isn't the Chininator himself. So they end up spending several days together. Nothing like happened, you know what I'm saying? Although their hands sure are getting real close. And Conrad just like up and leaves a couple days later like nothing ever happened.
The next morning, Conrad was gone. He left just like I thought he would. No goodbye. Just gone like a ghost. The ghost of Christmas past. That's when I had this sudden thought. A part of me will always love you.
Okay, my dude, so we're just gonna ignore the entire end of season 2 then? Hello?
I can't even be mad at him because this is who he is. So I release you, Conrad Fisher. I evict you from my heart.
We're just gonna pretend like this all didn't happen? But still, they do spend some time alone at the house, and Belly kinda sorta accidentally didn't tell Jeremiah about it on purpose. Now, while this is all going on, like the whole time we've seen Steven and Taylor being all will they, won't they, on again, off again, you know, like 1 second they're like, and then 2 seconds later they're like, blah, 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 blah. And so would you believe they're having another fight again?
I thought you'd be happy that I just wanted to be with you.
You're wrong. And I've told you before, I just want this to be casual.
Okay, please. That's all I'm asking.
Please just
for.
let me out of the car.
We're in the middle of the road, Taylor. I'm not doing that.
I want to leave. Pull over.
Well. Whoops. And so Steven ends up in the hospital in a coma. There's bruising on his brain, and understandably, everyone's kind of freaking out, right? And Belly already has so much going on, and now this? Like, wow, God's strongest soldier over here. Like, I'm like so brave. And Taylor feels extra bad about it because it's kind of sort of her fault that this happened.
I've never loved anyone like I love you. I know I act like I don't care, but I care so much. I'm always afraid that it's just a matter of time before you come to me and you tell me that I'm not worth it. You're just gonna be like, actually, you're not worth it.
You know, maybe I'm crazy, but like, if you're worried about someone not thinking you're worth all the trouble, then maybe don't be so much trouble? Or at the very least, you gotta back up those constant crash outs with like, the greatest Samsung spin cycle he's ever had, you know what I'm saying? If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Which, by the way, should really be like, if you can't handle me at my worst, good on you for having self-respect. Anyway, so like a day or two later, Steven wakes up and realizes that he is so done putting up with Taylor and her endless cavalcade of nonsense drama and being mean all the time for no reason.
You know I love a challenge, but this is a wake-up call. You were right. You and me, we don't work.
Anyway, this whole ordeal also puts things in perspective for Belly, and it makes her think about what's really important in life.
First loves are important. Conrad was mine. For the rest of my life, I would think of him fondly. But they're not as important as lasts.
My dude, you're 21. I mean, if I was stuck with the person I was dating at that age, my life would suck so bad right now. And so, shocking plot twist, they get back together.
I'm sorry for what I did to you, and I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I'm sorry you found out the worst way possible.
I'm sorry, too. Maybe we shouldn't let one mistake erase all these years.
Well, what a surprisingly mature attitude you have there, Belly. Now you can both take your time and figure out who you are together and where your life is gonna take.
Isabel Conklin, will you marry me?
What? You're just gonna throw that out there? Episode 2? There's 9 more episodes after this? Where the heck is this show going? What? And that's pretty much how season 3 kicks off. So like I said, the season's coming out weekly now, and so the end of season 3 won't be here until like mid-September. So it looks like I'll be basking in the brain-numbing, cornballiest romance of all time while I sit here and wonder when the Lord will finally take me. So, see you all in September, I guess. You know, something that I'm sure I've addressed in the past, but people keep kind of misunderstanding what I do in these videos on this channel type of thing. Like, not that it's like super cerebral or whatever, but like, you know, the whole shtick is like, I'm kind of hamming it up. You know, I have this cartoon character who's being a cartoon character, talking in a cartoony kind of way, and then it's like, oh my goodness, this is destroying my brain cells, and, you know, she said, I love you, barf, gross. And like, obviously I'm just hamming it up, but like, this kind of show is actually totally my jam. Like, it's so dumb and corny and cheesy, but like, that's kind of why people watch it, you know what I mean? Like, I love like the stupid Netflix Christmas movies that, you know, all the Vanessa Hudgens ones and all the whatever, where it's just like, it's so dumb, but like, that's part of why it's so charming, is just because it's dumb and you can just like appreciate the dumbness of it, you know? Like on the internet, stuff like nuance and things like that are just like totally gone, where like people think that you're like dead serious and either you love it or you hate it, and if you hate it, that means you hate me, you know, that kind of thing. As much as I make fun of this show, it's like I make fun of it because like I actually want to watch it and I love how like stupidly cheesy it is. You know what I mean? I'm sure some people watch this video and they're like, if you hate the show so much, why are you making videos about it? And it's like, I don't hate the show, I just fully acknowledge how stupid it is. And like, that's part of the fun, is being like, yeah, this is real dumb. Like, I always respect the Miraculous Ladybug fan base, because like they know how stupid the show is. They fully embrace it, and they're just like, yeah, it's real dumb, but man, I just can't stop watching it. You know, I respect that a lot. I don't know, man, like most entertainment's kind of dumb and shallow and stupid, and it's like, I don't think it's wrong to like acknowledge that and just be like, yeah, this is real dumb and cheesy, and the way the characters talk is real cringy, but like, I gotta know what happens, you know what I mean? That's why people watch soap operas, or why people watch Love Island, or any of that dumb stuff, you know what I mean? So for me, this is no different.